Hello everybody, it's Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos. Happy New Year to everyone. And it's about the second or third already. And I've been making charts through the New Year's. We have 3 charts to talk about today. And I kind of have a little cold in my throat, so you'll hear me grumbling a little bit about it. What we're looking at is the end of the year product here, really. Like the final exam is over and we're just gonna go over the answers kind of thing here. There was no exam, I'm not a teacher, but we're gonna start with I went to school, chart 466, and all I did was play piano. So 12, we're going to start with 466, as you know from last time's lesson, and this could be a new, I should be starting a new playlist today. So hey, welcome to my channel, Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos. If you like these videos, hit the like button, subscribe, share perhaps, and follow the instructions below the videos when you scroll down in windowed mode, not full screen, and to access the Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos Facebook group, where you can view the videos in their entirety and some comments that I make. Okay, so last time I guess we were looking before this at 464, 465. The subject matter is the 12-key cello, fiddle, violin, 5-string guitar that I made. Okay, so in review, and then we have open cages, string shapes, chords, pence, scales. I caught myself, so I'm not lecturing from the top corner there. Open cage, string shapes, chords, pence, scales. Okay, so we've got everything, right? That's everything you want. P4 tune guitar mirror images for P5 tune cello, fiddle, violin. So that's what it is. The jaw is working. The jaw is working. The mouth is working. I'm telling you this for free because one of the reasons why I do this is I like to get young people thinking. By this I mean, here's my grandson playing with the guitar I gave him. He's got headphones. Cute little guy. By the way, when I was a kid, my father gave me a crystal radio. It had no power, and you could barely hear those signals, because the only power was the power of the signal itself. It was very interesting. I used to love to hear it. I could almost hear those voices, but could you see the colors? Anyway, so I finally did give some of my family some of my work. I gave my violin away to the younger generation. It was too small for me, but the cello isn't. And by the way, the 5-string guitar, let's get back to the class here. You can see this is a pretty good job, even though the printer had a little change of workers, and the gal who did this one, you know, it didn't turn out. It started to fall off, so I had to laminate it myself with like Scotch tape. So it has that shiny Scotch tape. This is the 5-string CFV guitar that I made. It's the same 4 bottom strings. It's got its E string, the A string, the D string, same 3 bottom strings. Top 2, okay, the B and the E string have been moved down, the G string was removed, and then there's tuning differences, but the D tuning and the E tuning are the same, and the big down tune is from the E string, goes down to a C string, a C note, The A string goes down one whole step to a G note. The D string's the same. Now, for the A, the B string was moved into the G string slot and down tuned 1. Okay, the B string. I'm not tuning it now, I'm just demonstrating. And then we have the E string is the same. So it's all P5. Now let's just talk about how is the guitar tuned? And after that, you might say, this sounds kind of flat. Okay, because this is down tuned. If I capo this where your E is, then you get your regular E tuning. Right, your regular E. But there's P4 tuning, perfect fourth in this. Perfect fourth, perfect fourth, perfect fourth, and then in guitar there's a perfect third, and then we go back to perfect fourth. So what I've done in this chart here is I've unwarped I call the third the warp, because you simply have to move the patterns up one semitone to keep the P4 tunings. So what I did was I mapped out the P4 tunings, and they go like this. Okay, and then I have to hold this right here. Okay, so that's perfect fourth tuning. I don't use it on the guitar. You shouldn't use it on the guitar unless you want to try it out and see how everything is, and everything keeps the same shape as you go up in P4, and in P5 it keeps the same shape. So let's look at that. Here we have a nice triad. If I move it down in P5 tuning, I get the fourth. That top string sitting at the major seventh, that's why it sounds mellow. But I would want to hit that F fingers a little better. And then if we bring it up, it just so happens that I guess it would be the D string. Okay, when we're going to the fifth, so we've got a nice D, a nice B, and a nice G here. But I really just move those two top fingers up one. So down for the root, up for the fifth, down for the root, down for the fourth. See, it's the same shape in perfect tuning, and same thing with the guitar, except the guitar has the third. So when we go from the E shape to the A shape, we have to warp up that. This is a different warp now. This is a shape fitting warp to make the A shape the real deal A. I'm going to make this loud enough here. Okay, so we don't consider that warping, because that's kind of a hardwired chord shape, which gives the guitar its unmistakable chord shapes. Okay, so we're heading up on the top of the first segment. So let's talk about what we have here, the 5-string CFV guitar. So up here we have this guy right here, and you'll see these are the strings and these are the notes: C, G, D, A, E. The bottom we ignore it, which is a reflection of the top of P4.